Alright guys, welcome back to another section with me. I'm Preachum, a student of GCTU that is creating a new functional website using HTML CSS. Okay, so let's just get straight into the video. We are using the Visual Studio Code text editor for this, and this time around we are making our website as in a school-based website. So first we will need our HTML document, but then let's make it like school.html, which highlights that we are making it look like a school website. Okay, and then we'll need a CSS file which will actually bind it to the HTML, so school.css. So this one goes hand in hand. We write the code here, we use the CSS to style it, right? So HTML, let's just use the normal tag for it. Okay, HTML, English. Okay, so this one actually shows that it's an HTML document, and then this is set to English. English is the default for English. This one makes us use certain codes and certain tags, yes, available. So UTF is a general, this one we use for the HTML section. So yeah, that's it. So our documents type, we just use the title, we just use the name of the school. So the name I'm giving to this school is New Star Academy, right? Okay, so you see that when I go live, yes, New Star Academy, everything changes. New Star Academy is here, so everything changes, right? So there's it. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to bind our CSS file to HTML file, so that whenever we are covering it, we can see it. So link href nah raw style sheet rather style sheet so href, the name is cool.css, right? Okay, alright, so we are done. So anything we do on the CSS files actually happen on the HTML document. So let's dive into the video and let's go. So first we need to create a navigation section for the website. So use the navigation tag, right? And then we need a logo, and the logo will use the school name, and then we need to create a class for it. So let's put everything in the dev.logo, right? And let's use new star academy. Alright, so this is the logo that I'll be using, and then we need to create individual lists. That is the home page, the program page, the contact, the about. Yes, we need to create that one too, and then we'll be using an unordered list for it. Unordered list. Create a class for it so we can call it later. Let's use the nav links for the class name. Nav links, yes. Let's create an individual list for this. So the list should be like a link so that whenever I click on it, it sends us directly to the page. So if you actually make the link clickable, and then we need to set an ID for it so that if we use it, we can go straight to it. So yes. What it is that this one is a link, the A tag makes it a link, this one makes it clickable, and this is an ID set to it. So anytime we press the home button, it will lead us straight to the home section. So we need to create a couple of this for other stuff. So yes, like 4. Okay. So let's make this about the about section. So the ID is about, and then the link itself is about. Alright. No. Home about 51. So let's make this program rather. Programs. Sorry for the mistake. Programs. let's make this the about section. Alright, so this is contact contact. Okay, let's see how it appears. Okay, so this is a navigation bar. Since I'm on ordered list, it just give us bullet points. So we just use HCSS to remove all these things and make it a very nice yes, a very nice navigation bar. So first, what we need to do is we need to create, we need to set everything to remove the spacing. So margin, we set margin to 0 so that it remove the spacing inside of the document, any spacing inside of the document, and then we set padding close to 0. So any default spacing that's actually in the document, it will actually be sent to 0. And then border box is box size, and we set it to border box. Border box. This makes height and width calculations very easy. So when I click save, it has removed every space that was inside the document. It has removed everything. Right. So now let's go. In the body, let's set the color for the body color to be white. To be white. And then overflow it, which means that when I give a background to this, make sure that it will actually remove, let's hide it so that it doesn't actually overlap with itself. Yes, in horizontal direction. Okay, yes. So in our navigation system, what I need to do is I need to make this appear like a flex, which means I make it on one column and then I push everything to the center. So yes, let's set padding. Let's set padding 30 pixels and 6 pixels. 6 pixels. Wow. Okay. Maybe it will come back. Let me see. Let's set the width to 100%. And let's make this flex. Let's set display flex so that it will. Was it a padding? So let's just go. Let's just go. So justify content. Space between. Space between. Let me set this to black. Okay. Alright. So it was actually white. That's why I couldn't see the logo. But then this is the logo. This is the logo. So I'll just do adjustments when I'm creating when I reach the logo tag. So yes, this is the logo and then this is the so I set a space in between them. That's the justify content and then I made it flex, which means that they all appear on the same line. And I just need to make the position fixed so that anytime I'm scrolling, it doesn't actually move. Let me align everything to the center. So align items, just make it center before I do the position. So this one it will make this one at the center of the div. So actually make it at the center of the div. Yes, so I've saved it. And then position should be fixed. So when I'm scrolling, it doesn't move. Position should be fixed. So when I'm scrolling, when I create my website and I'm scrolling, it doesn't move. Let's create a backdrop filter for this. one add a little bit of blur after adding my color. So let's set the background. Let's make it linear gradient. Let's make it like a gradient style. Linear gradient. Then the angle 135 degrees. 135 degrees. Right. And then here's the color. RBG. RGB rather. Let's make it like a blue star, a blue color, a blue like star. Something like the sea. So this is the first one. And then the second one should be red. Yes. So it's alternate between this color and then the red color. Setting everything. Let me see. 9. Too much. Let me make this green. It's not bad. So this is the linear gradient where I use the blue and then the green style to just make everything. Yes, and then the background filter actually makes it a little, it has blurred it a little bit. So it's nice. It's nice. So yeah, let's create a Z index for this, which means that it actually appears before whenever it is overlapping with something. It doesn't overlap completely. This one shows before anything else. Okay, so we are done. Now let's create our logo. Let's create our logo. So the logo tag I used, I think I did dot logo. So yes, the logo tag, so dot logo. Right, this is the font size. The font size. Let's set this to 28 pixels. Yes. Okay, we'll change the um the font family so that we'll use a nicer one. And then font width. Let's set this to 700. So it's now bolder. Let us spacing to 1.5 pixels. Not bad. Just do 1 pixel. Okay. Okay. Let's make the color. The color, let's just make it. Let's see this. White. Color means that. Let's just make it ash. Something like ash. Some ash color. Nah. Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Let's just get back and make this white. Okay. So the font family, let's just change the font family. So the font family, I think we need to go to CDN, font CDN, and then download from font family. So we use Maru for this. So yes, we just come here and then download it. We just copy it and then come and paste it on our HTML. Yes. So then we copy this and then put it inside the CSS file. So this is it. So all right. So you can see here that after I save this, the font will change. Nice. Basically, font has all changed. This is better now. This is better now. So let's keep on styling everything. So this is it. So we are going to focus on this one now and then remove these bullet points from it. Yes. So let's just get into the video. So the class I did for this was what? Navlinks. So let's start navlinks next. Dot navlinks. Navlinks. And let's make the display flex. So all this will be a straight line. Let's make the display flex. Yes. Nice. Let's create a gap in between because it's too close. So gap. Let's create it. Let's make it 40 pixels. Okay. Not bad. And then let's remove the bullets from it. So let's start. Let's set it to none. Alright. So everything is gone. Everything is good. So yes. So dot nav links this one actually styles the individual links. Let's set the color to white. Let's set color to white. Let's remove the underline beneath it. So text decoration. Let's set it to none. Let's actually remove the line beneath it. The line is gone. You can see it over here. The line is gone. And then let's make the font size. Let's go font size. Let's set it to 16 pixels. Okay. Let's add a little animation to it. So whenever I place my mouse on it, it makes an animation. So transition, and then see 0.3 seconds. All right. So let's make this. So let us see the animation. Use the hover effect for it. So dot navlinks a hover effect. Let's set the color, no, the opacity to 0.7. Right, and let's set the color to brown. It's not bad. Now let's make it red. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. All right. So actually, we start. This is the link. It's not bad. It's not bad. Yes. So let's create more content. Let's just create more content. So right now we are done with our navigation bar. So let's create a section for it where to contain the home section. So let's create a section for this. A section with a class. Let's make the class feature. So you can style it later. Features. Let's create an ID for it, which is the home. Yes. So this section
This section is for the home section. So the reason why I place this one here is that it binds this to this. Whenever I press home, it will link me to the home section of this. So that was it. So yes, yeah. So this section, it will contain like individual things about the school. So we have to create a div for everything. Create a div for the class name card, right? The class name card, and then we add a logo to this. So I want to add a logo. Let's dot icon for this. Then we put an icon I have saved on my PC. Let's go here. I have this saved on my PC already. So and then we create a header for this. So let's make this h3. Then we write. Let me see. Wow, nothing is showing. Let's create. Come on, let me set this to black. Let me write something for this. So academic excel academic excellence, right? Okay, I think I made a mistake. I made a mistake here. So this one should actually be like the home. There's an ID for home, right? So let's make this the ID for home. So let's make it like the face of it, right? It should be like the face of everything. This one should actually go into like the programs, actually go into the program section. So it's like a mistake I've made. So let me just quickly fix that. So this is my home section. So what I want is my first header tag, which is the H1 tag, right? And then it will be at the center of everything. So inspiration, so that like the center of my, so whenever I click on home, this is what I'm supposed to see. So inspiring excellence, inspiring excellence in education. Alright, so after the big header, I come down and come and write a paragraph for this. This one, I think I need to specify a class for it so that I can create. So let's make it like subtitle. So this is the big title and then this is the subtitle. This is the subtitle, right? So this is the motto. Empowering students to reach their full potential. Alright, so this is it. So I think it's too short to reach their potential through innovative Okay, so this is what our homepage will be about. Not bad at all. So after this, then we create a button. 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 Create a class for it so we can call it later. Let's make this like this, and then let's put it here. And the button should say okay, enroll now. Alright. So now let's start it. Let's start it so that we can actually see what is happening over here. What was the first one? That was fees. So we just have to come and do dot fee here, and then we'll see what is happening. Then we'll see what is happening. First and foremost, we need to set the height. We need to set the height to cover the whole this, display. Let's just flex this. Let me see what is happening. Let's flex this. This direction. Let's make it column. Justify content. Center. Whatever we're doing was actually placed behind the navigation. Wow. Just wanted it to come to the center so that I'll see what we were doing where anything goes. So align items. Align items. Let's make this one to the center so that the whole bar over here will be very short. Let's see. Okay, yes. So everything will be at the center. So the bar will be short. And then text align center. Text align. Let's make it center. Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's not bad. Let's just set some padding between this. Set some padding between this. So padding 0.40 pixels. So the height actually makes it fit this one. So the height makes this like this, which means that after this, you can just scroll down and move to other sections of the page. The display flex made it be on one side, and then the flex direction I made it column, which made everything sit nicely over here. Justify content actually made it come to the center, and we aligned everything to the center. Yes, text align and everything. So I think we are done with the home page. Yeah, we are done with the home page. Let's create more stuff. Let's just create more stuff. I think I need to add some color to the home page. A bit of color. So background to it won't be bad. So background, and then let's just make this. What color will be suitable for this thing? A nice blue color. So let's make it blue. Blue color. The fuck. Let's make it like green. It's too colorful. Let's make this like a bit like this. Okay, I think the color will be a challenge, but then let's just set a color to this. Nice color. I think let me do it a gradient style. Or this is actually linear gradient. Linear gradient 135 degrees. Yeah, let's do it like two colors. Let me see. It actually take long, but I want a perfect color for this. Okay. Yeah, this isn't bad, so let's just move on. Let's just move on. Otherwise, we'll just spend the whole day over here. Let's just move on. Let's just move on. So let's just create more stuff. Let's just create more stuff. So uh, it needs a bit more. Let me just create. So H1 font size is good, but it's not good to me. So let me just call it a little bit more. Make it 60 pixels. 60. Okay, not bad. Right, to stick out a little bit. Yes, it's not bad. Then we make the font width like I think 700. Okay, or even 800. Okay, and then let's create a margin at the bottom. So let's push this thing away. So margin bottom. Let's set this to 20 pixels. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Let's create a line height. Line height 1.1. Okay, so it's better this way. I wanted, yes, it's better this way. It's nice. So yes, after this, then we move on to the P tag. What I'm sure I give a okay, I give a class to it. So subtitle. So the subtitle, subtitle. Let's click the font size for it. Font size of 24 pixels. Okay, and make the oh, this isn't bad. So just put in something. Okay. Opacity is 0.9. Let's make a space between this and this. So margin bottom 40 pixels. Okay. Matrix. Matrix 700 pixels. Okay. Alright, so now let's start the button. So that was button. That was I think that was a class name, right? Let's put a padding for it so that it become a little bit bigger. 18 pixels, 48 pixels. So it to be a bit bigger. Yeah, so there's a border around it. There is a border around it. Let's make the background white. Okay, not bad. Colors are actually bad, but yes, that's not the idea. But uh, let's make it. I think that the we make it blue. Let me see something. Mm, okay, so let me move the border away from it so it looks nice. So border none, and then let's make the corners a bit rounder. So border radius. Let's set it to 50 pixels. Nice. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. 50 pixels. Font size should be a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Okay. Okay, it's not bad. And then let's put a little bit of weight on it. So font weight. Font weight. Let me just set it to 600. Yes. It isn't bad at all. So the next thing we have to do is Z right now is not in a clickable form, so we need to make it into a clickable form. This is where we use a cursor and we use a pointer for it. Okay, and let's add some animation transition. Let's add some animation to transform. Transform 0.3 seconds. And then let's add a little bit of shadow. So box shadow. Box shadow 0.1 seconds. Alright, here's the one. Okay, so let's add the actual box shadow to it. Actual box shadow and 0 for the top, 10 pixels for the side, and then 80 pixels beneath it. And let's set the color RGB. Okay, what is this? RGBA. Let's set it to 0.
So it has added a little bit of shadow beneath this, a little bit here on the sides, and none at the top. So that's what I want. Yeah. So you need to create an animation for this too. You need to create an animation. So whenever I place it here, it needs to hover. So let's just dot button hover. To transform. So transform. When I want it to move towards the top direction. So when I click on it like this, then it moves top. So that's why I use the translate to the y-axis, translate to y, and then if you translate it to negative 3 pixels. So whenever I place this here, which is more like this, it's nice. Okay. But that's it. That's it. So this is my home page. This is the home page. So New Star Academy programs, everything. So this is my home page now. This is my home page. So yes, let's add more stuff to it. Let's add more stuff. So this section is for home. So let's create section for programs. Let's create another section for programs, and then we put the programs. Let's create a class for it. So class, let's call it like features. I don't want to conflict with the ID. So features, and then the ID, so that whenever I press it, it comes down to the program section. So programs, right? So this is it. So individual programs, creating individual programs for it. Individual programs. So I want to place everything in a div. So first, what do? I create a div. So dot card. It's something I have in mind. This is it. So this is my first div. And I need a logo for it. So dot icon. This is my logo. I have one logo. I have a couple of logos stored on my PC, so I can just bring it here. So in this div will contain an H3 header, directory header, so academic excellence, right? Okay, so this is it. Academic excellence. So let's create a p tag under it to show what it means. So comprehensive. What do you mean by academic excellence? Curriculum designed designed to design no design to challenge and inspire students and sometimes I need to search for these things so that like everything will be fast at every level. I'll just search for this. Just put this there so that
this one is actually letting us take a lot of time. So yeah, this is it. I'm gonna save this and see how it looks like. Okay, so not bad. Not bad at all. So we have to create. So we actually need this about 3 times. So we need three div. We need three of the div. So paste this one to here. And then there's icon. Put this here. And then this one, I should make this creative arts. So creative arts. Need to like get trying to get a prompt where I don't have to be typing everything. So I'm just gonna yes. Okay. After everything, I just make this into a grade section. So I need to also copy this one too. Paste it here. Let's make this post programs. Sports programs. Yeah, so these are the programs we offer. So we offer academic excellence, we offer creative arts, and then sports programs. Um, so in this one, I need to create another. Whew, right, so maybe building character and team teamwork through diverse athletic opportunities. Alright, so these are the programs we offer. So let's just start this and then make it very nice. So we have our classes there. So this is dot card. This is a card for individuals. So this is a div for this card, and then this card. They are all in a div, but they are also all in another greater div, which is what a greater section, which is those feature, right? So yes, so let's just go on and let's go and style this. Let's just go and style this. So yes, so the section, this one, the name for the section was dot features. We need to do this first, give it padding and other things, so it looks nice. Right, so let's set a padding for it. This is how it looks like. So let's just set a padding for this. Set a padding for 100 pixels to the top and 60 to the side. Let's see. What was the name for the features? Okay, it is feature, not features. So that's why it's not working. Because I was sure. Let's see whether it's working. Why wasn't it working at first? Let's go. So the display should be great so that you can see that they are all. Let's make it inside the column. And this one we use this so grid template columns will make it like a grid form, right? And let's make this repeat. So since it is 3, it is academic here, so it is 3, so comma 1 FR. Okay, so this is how I wanted it to be. So it came out nice. Let's place a gap between them because they are too close. A gap between them, so 40 pixels. 40 pixels. Okay, nice. Nice, nice. Max fix. Let's create a margin of 0. Okay, so we are done. So this is the bigger div. So we have to do the individual smaller div. So this is another div, this is another div. So yes, and the class name I used was card. So let's go. So dot card, dot card. Let me just make the background stand out. Background RGB. Let me set this to something like a brownish color. Let me see. Okay, this is too light. Let me make it a bit deeper. Now, still need to make this a little bit lighter. Yeah, this is better. This is a whole lot better. This one makes it a little, gives it individually, gives it a little ash color. Alright, so the color for this should be black, so that the color of the text should be black. I think it's already black already. Mm, so there is no need to actually add a color to this. Now let's make the backdrop filter. The backdrop filter. So it makes it like pink. So blur and pixels. Yeah. So let's make this a little bit bigger because it looks kind of squished. So let's add padding to it. Padding makes everything a whole lot better. Yes. A
font size. There's padding, border radius, so the edges look smoother. Border radius, and let's set it to 20 pixels. Let's see. Alright, nice, nice. There's that animation to it, so transition, transform 0.3 seconds. Alright, so let's go and make animation effect to dot card over, dot card over. So when I click on it, it hovers for me. So transform, and I wanted to translate to where, so it moves upwards, negative 10 pixels. Alright, so now let's see. Alright, okay. It's nice, it's nice. Okay, it's not bad. So I want to make this icon a little bit bigger. So yes, I think I named it dot icon. Font size. Let's make this 24 pixels. Okay, not bad. And then let's add a little bit of padding below it. So now let's put it away. So margin bottom. Let's make it 8 pixels. Okay, it's nice. Let's push it a little bit to the right. So we add padding to the left, padding left. This is like 10 pixels. Okay, not bad. Not bad. So the history element, so dot card history. Let's make the font size 24 pixels. Yes, 24 pixels. And then let's make the space between this and this, let's make it a bit bigger. So margin bottom, let's make this 15 pixels. Okay, nice. So that's all. Now for the p tag, dot card p, let's make 0.8. Line height to be 1.6. Okay, so the line height I see. I don't know why the background filter isn't working well. Thought it to look a little creative. No, it's okay. Just prefer content, let me make it
Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue. So we are actually done with the programs file. So when I click home, it sends me to the home. I bring programs, it sends me to the program side. About section. Um, Section. This is about section. Class. Class. The about section class. Right. And the ID should be about. When I click about, it actually sends me here. Right. So we come. So this is what H2 header. H2 will come about or school. So there's it. Let me see. So about our school. So yeah, let's create a div. A div. So what the content is about. So dot about content. So about content. Yeah, so this is a bigger div which will contain smaller divs. So this is a bigger div and it will contain smaller divs. So let's create this and let's do this div dot. So each section, so the about section, so about section, I need to create the content inside. So this is a big content and it individually has boxes inside like this. So another div about box. Yes, and I come create a header for this h4 and I make this like what everything is about. So I'm reaching in the school. Yes, I'm reaching in the school and I create something. I'm making this to provide a nurturing environment 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 where students can develop develop can develop what their talent develop can discover their talent can discover their passion develop their talents. Yes, so that's our meeting in the school. Yeah, so that's about it. That's about it. So let's create another one for this. this one, I just make this our faci our facility. No, I think I need to be testing this online so that I can just copy and paste everything. Just need to be testing these things online. So it's taking a lot of time. Alright, we're done with this, so I need to create a last one for this. For this one, make this our values. And just go and copy. Okay. Okay, so this is our about section. This is our about section too. This is it. So we just need to go and install everything, and then we'll see how everything goes. So this is our about section, and let's start everything. So the about section dot about section. About section. I think I need to do this with a contact section. But let me just do it for the about section. About section. Let me just set the font size. The font size. The font size. Let me set the font size to no. Let me relax. Let me set padding first. Padding. This is the padding. So 100 pixels to the top and 60 pixels to the side. Okay. Max width 1200 pixels. Mm, where is it? To me, that is it. So yeah, that's about section. Was it H2 or what? It was H4. Okay. No, this rather was H2. Font size for this should be 48 pixels. Let's create a margin beneath this and this. So margin bottom 30 pixels, and then let's align everything to the center. So text align. Okay, not bad. Mm, not bad. So yeah, so we are done. Let's do the content inside. So about content. Let's make this one a grid style. So display should be grid. Display should be grid. And then let's make it like column. So print template column. We all know how this is repeat. Repeat. Let me make this then one FR. One FR. Uh, 40 pixels. I've been doing it for a very long time. Let me see. Let me just make this 30. Yes. Okay. Down me. Hmm. So this is about content. Or is it about content? So that is the whole box inside. We just need to style the about box. Actually got confused for a moment. So dot about box. Let's set the background to a little bit ash. So background. Let's set it to like some ash color. So it's there, but it's like it is not there, but it is there. It is there. It is there. If you tilt your head, you will see that it is there. It is around. The background color is there. I tried standing up and I could see it. Let's make the backdrop filter. Backdrop filter again. Let's blend. Let's blend to 10 pixels. Let's add padding to it to make it a little bit bigger. The padding should be 35 pixels. Make it like this. So it's okay like this. Let me set border radius. Border radius for this set border radius 15 pixels. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but when you tilt your head, you guys can see that here. So let's make this one stand out. That is the h4. So dot about box h4. h4. Let's set the font size to 22 pixels, and then let's add a little bit of margin beneath it so that to give it space. So margin bottom should be 15 pixels. That look like okay. Okay. It's not bad. About content is spacing is bad. Okay. Let me see. Where is the whole about section, right? Let's see. Justify content. Okay. So this is it. This is it. Just don't know why I'm coming. I didn't know why it was working like this. So everything was just scattered. So I just went back and I went through the code, and I realized that this div I placed it on the last two. That's why it actually worked for this, but I didn't have to do this. So I just need to cancel this one. Where is it? So yes, this one needs to be out. I can't repeat it twice because I'm doing a div for one. I can't do it for two, otherwise it won't work. Yeah, so like careful. I realize that is so this is what I actually wanted, not the other way around. So yeah, we're also done with this one. We're also done with this. So it's just left for us to do the contact section, and then we'll be done with our website. Just need to do the contact section, and then we are done with the website. So yes, so another section, and then the class will be contact section, and then the ID to link it to bind everything together will be contact. Yes. What is the contact section? So what do we want? We want to create a header file. So we need to make it h2 so that it will be big enough. h2, and then get in contact. Yes. Okay. What is the contact section? Alright, so let's go. We need to create a whole new div for this big div. We need to create a very big contact name, contact content. Yes, contact content. Yes, so that's all we have. So let's create a p tag which says we'd love to hear from you, right? We'd love to hear from you. Let me see, reach out, reach out, reach out for admissions, reach out for admissions, tours, and any questions. Alright, so this is it. And this one, I think I need to create an inline styling for this. Yes, I need to create an inline styling for this. So we see style, I want to font size, let's set this to 20 pixels, and then set the margin button of 20 pixels to allow the other content to just flow with it. So yes, alright, so that is all. So now let's create a div, another div inside this. Let's create another div inside this, and this div we just talk about the info of the content. So let's make this contact info, right? Okay, so this is contact info. So there's another big div inside another big div. So this div contains the contact item. So then you also have to need to create another div again. Wow, because this is the section for the about section, and this div is for the content, right? And this is for individual contents inside. And then this div I'm going to create is the individual item. So dot contact item, yes, contact item. So come, and then I make this another p tag, and make this phone, phone, or let me make this strong, strong, yes. Is it here? Let me see. Okay, strong, and I put a bit of numbers there. So 0, let's make this 0302555, 0302555 786. Yes, just need to copy this and do this about 2 times more. So with this one, I just need to change this and make this email. Alright, make this email, and I do this. As soon as I'm gonna do this, info at info at new star, info at new star academy dot edu. Let me see. Okay, this also isn't bad. So we just have to do a couple of last one. And this one will contain the address. Will contain the address. This one will be let's make this okay. Promote sheet. Promote sheet. And then let's break the line. North Legon. North Legon. North Legon. So we'll just start everything later. Yes, so this is the div. This div closes this div, and this div closes this div. So this div closes this one, right? So we don't want to get out of the div yet. So let's play this in between this and this. Let's get a button for it. So a button, it has a class without letter. The class should be button, right? Should be button. Let me add a style to it from here. So style margin. So right, so give us a space at the top. I'll make this 40 pixels to give us at the top. So what do you have to say about this? The button, what it should be included to schedule a visit. Alright. So this is it. This is it. Let me see. Okay. So it actually used the style of the other one I did here. Because I named it button, it actually worked for this and this. No problem. That means I don't actually have to style it anymore. So yes. So yes, let's go to our CSS section and let's go and start this. I think I need to add a little bit of colors to all of this. So this is our CSS. So I think we need to make this a little bit nicer. So what was the first contact section? So first dot contact section. Dot contact section. Padding needs to be also 100 pixels, 60 pixels like the other one. Okay, not bad. This itself isn't bad. Okay, let's create a margin. Like text align center, text align, I think it's center. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so that's about it. Then there is nothing I need to do anymore. Yes. Okay, so let's go to the content. Okay, so contact content. So contact dot contact. What am I even doing? Dot contact content. So this one too, I think we need to make the background set like the other one. So let me just copy this and just come and paste this here. Alright, and let's make the backdrop filter to the same way. Just copy this, come here, then paste it here. And then let me just set a padding for this, for the content inside. So padding, maybe 50 pixels. Okay, padding with 50 pixels. And then the border radius should be 20 pixels. Okay, so this is the border radius. It's white, but I would actually have to make the color, change the color, change the color. Background. Okay, so this actually looks nice. I separated this from this, so actually is better. I think I have to go back to some of my this one. Let me make this let me make this blue. Okay, so it's actually a different color from this. I don't know if you can see it's actually a different color from this. Let me make it a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. So we can okay. Yes, so yes, it's a little bit deeper so you can see it. So that is all. That is all. So yes. So this is the contact content. So let's put a margin at the top so it will differentiate between the margin contact. So here's the C. So it's better this way. And then okay, this is contact info, which contains the contact icon. So dot contact info is actually I want to flex it. Just let me see display. What am I doing? Display flex, and then I justify the content center. Content center. Okay, not bad. Create a gap, 60 pixels. Okay, so yeah, let me not break this. Let me just put a comma here, and then I copy this here. Paste it here. Save it so that it doesn't like move. Okay, that's bad. So yeah, we are about done. So let me just put a margin at the top. Margin at the top, 40 pixels. You see how it looks. Alright. Okay, so contact items, so dot contact item font size. Okay, so yes. Yeah, we are almost done. We are like done. We are done. We are done. Yeah, so this is our website. This is our website. It's not bad. It's not bad. So when I just click on the contact section, I just come to the contact area. You have a contact visit. You can show the visit. You have your about section. You have a program section. You have your home section. So yes, this is about this. So this is New Star Academy. This is their logo. This is their homepage, their programs, their about section, and then their contact. So yes, we are heading towards the end of the video. It's been a very long, challenging session today, full of little bit of creativity and other stuff. So yes, this is about this. So this is how far we've gotten to. So yes, this is how far we've been. Okay, so thank you guys for watching the video, and then we'll make another one later. So yes, this is a fully functional website, so I can host online. It doesn't budge. Thank you for the video, and I'll see you next time.